Welcome to the show. Today we are talking about a living legend. If I say his name, everyone knows who he is. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
The Terminator, Conan the Barbarian, and the former governor of California.
Exactly. For me, Anna, he's the ultimate example of the American dream. Think about it. A poor country kid from Austria whose house didn't even have a refrigerator came to America with nothing. He could barely speak English, but he used discipline and sheer determination to become one of the most famous people in the world. It's incredibly impressive.
It is impressive, John. But since we run a show that talks about the reality of money and work, I think we need to stop telling bedtime stories.
What bedtime stories? This is real life. He trained 5 hours a day.
The training part is true, but what most people misunderstand about Arnold is they think he got rich because he became a Hollywood star.
Well, yeah, obviously. His paychecks for the later Terminator movies broke world records.
That is exactly where people get it wrong. The truth is, Arnold Schwarzenegger was already a millionaire before he ever blew up in Hollywood.
Huh? Wait, before the big movies? Where did he get the money? Bodybuilding prize money? Back then it wasn't that much, right?
Right. The prize money was tiny, not enough to get rich, and that is why we need to talk about this. Today, we aren't talking about his muscles. We are going to talk about his financial brain, which most people overlook because they are too focused on the effort.
Okay, Anna. Are you saying that discipline in training, waking up at 4 or 5 a.m. to work out doesn't matter?
It matters. It's the foundation. If he didn't have discipline, he couldn't have built a world-class physique. But John, how many hundreds or thousands of other bodybuilders were there in that era who trained just as hard as him, or maybe even harder? Why didn't those guys become millionaires? Why did many end up just being trainers in small gyms, or some even dead broke?
That's true.
Discipline and hard work are just the entry tickets. They make you good at your skill, but they don't guarantee wealth. What Arnold had that others at Gold's Gym didn't was that he didn't just see himself as an athlete, he saw himself as a business.
How so?
From his very first day in America, he wasn't just training, he was figuring out ways to make money constantly. While other bodybuilders finished training and went to rest or party, Arnold used his time to learn English, take business classes at Santa Monica College, and most importantly, he started his first business immediately.
Oh, I've heard about this. He started a bricklaying business with his best friend, right? Franco Colombo?
Yes.
See, this is the example of hard work, manual labor, carrying heavy loads, laying bricks. This is real grit.
John, you're looking at the world through rose-colored glasses again. Do you think he was just doing regular bricklaying jobs?
Well, isn't bricklaying just bricklaying?
Not for Arnold. He wasn't selling labor, he was selling a brand.
What brand? He wasn't famous yet.
He used his unique selling point to his advantage. He named his company European Brickworks.
So what?
In LA during the 70s, saying you were European artisans sounded luxurious. It sounded expensive. Plus, the image of him and Franco, two giant bodybuilders, clients saw them and felt like, wow, these two giants must be strong workers and do precise, European-style work.
That's true.
Do you know what he did? He charged almost double the market rate of regular bricklayers, and people willingly paid. This wasn't just hard work, John. This was marketing. He used his looks and background as leverage to mark up the price. While others sold labor for minimum wage, Arnold sold an image for premium profit.
Wow, I never thought about it from that angle. I just thought he was busy carrying cement.
Diligence is basic, but smart positioning is what allowed him to start building his first pot of gold.
Okay, I admit he was smart about the construction business, but that wouldn't make him millionaire rich. It's just contracting work.
Correct. The money from bricklaying and the prize money from Mr. Olympia were just seed money, but what really changed his life was what he did with that money.
What did he do with it?
He didn't buy sports cars or chase women like other bodybuilders. He took all his savings and put a down payment on real estate.
Real estate? In the 70s?
Yes, and this is the most important anti-guru lesson. While gurus today tell you to save and be frugal, young Arnold chose to go into debt.
Wait a minute, Anna. Are you saying going into debt is a good thing?
If it's good debt, it is the most powerful tool there is. Arnold bought his first small apartment building with the few $1,000s down payment. He saved and borrowed the rest from the bank.
How is that good? He still has to pay interest, right?
Listen, John, the 70s in America was an era of very high inflation, similar to right now.
Mm-hmm.
American people fear inflation because things get expensive and the money in their pocket loses value. But Arnold was smarter than that. He knew that during inflation, the person with debt has the advantage.
I'm confused. How does having debt give you an advantage?
Suppose you borrowed $100,000 in 1970 to buy a building. 5 years later, inflation skyrockets. The dollar becomes worth less, but your debt balance stays the same number, $100,000. It means you're using money that is easier to earn in the future to pay off old debt from the past.
Wow.
Furthermore, when inflation goes up, the price of the building he bought skyrockets. He bought the building cheap, used other people's money, the banks, to invest and let inflation do the work for him. When the building value went up, he sold it, took a large lump sum of profit, and put a down payment on a bigger building. He repeated this over and over, from a 4-unit building to 12 units to 36 units. Within a few years, before he turned 30 and before he landed the lead role in Conan the Barbarian, Arnold already had real estate assets worth millions of dollars. He didn't get rich from lifting weights, John. He got rich because he understood the financial game and knew how to use leverage.
I never knew any of this before. The image in my head was just him training hard in the gym, going to auditions for acting, getting rejected because of his difficult name, and then fighting until he succeeded.
Those things are also true, and it is a story that sells. The media loves to play up that angle because it sounds inspiring. It makes average people feel like if I'm diligent, I can do it too.
Which is a good thing, isn't it? Giving people encouragement.
It's good if you just want encouragement, but it's dangerous if you actually want success because it doesn't tell the whole truth. If you just train hard like Arnold, but you have no financial knowledge, don't know how to build a brand, don't know how to use debt to your advantage, you will just end up being the hardest working person in the room, but not richer.
Today has really been an eye-opener. So to summarize, what does Arnold's story teach us? For me, it is don't give up to fate.
For me, the lesson is don't just use labor, use your brain. Arnold didn't build himself from zero with hard work alone. He used discipline to create opportunity and used financial knowledge to turn that opportunity into wealth. Stop believing that just working hard in the office day after day will make you rich like him. It's a completely different game.
Okay, today was very intense. For anyone listening who feels like they are applying their effort in the wrong place, try adopting Arnold's mindset from the perspective Anna shared.
Yes, start by studying inflation. It's the most relevant thing right now.
That's it for us today. Goodbye.
Goodbye.